Hello and welcome to this special report from OTT Wrestling. I am your host, Aonghus Og McAnally, and joining me is none other than the ring general himself, Walter. Walter, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you, sir.
There's no other way to call this. You are on a tear at the moment. You are causing waves all over the world of professional wrestling, winning championships left, right and centre. How do you feel about where you are in the world of pro wrestling right now?
I feel very good about it. The thing is, like, I get that question kind of a lot, and everybody's like, oh, right now you're everywhere, but what you do is so great. But what I'm doing this for years. It's just I finally decided to go out of Germany and do it elsewhere.
Well, the world is certainly starting to take notice, and one person who had no choice but to take notice was Jordan Devlin last month. You had your hands on him and you did what no one else had been able to do for 22 months. You broke Jordan Devlin and you made him tap out. How did that feel?
Like in general, that match, that situation we had, me teaming up with Loki, I was really looking forward to that because Loki is a competitor who takes what we do very serious, and that's the thing we have in common. And I heard all those things about the import killer and Jordan Devlin, and then I'm standing in the ring with Loki, and then it's him and David Starr like dancing before the fight and stuff, and seems like all of his success like got into his head a little bit too much, I guess. And if you don't take serious what we do, you get what you deserve, and that was the outcome. Did
you take some pleasure in punishing Jordan Devlin for that?
I'm not a person who takes pleasure in punishing people. I do what I do because it's necessary to get me to the point where I want to go. I'm not enjoying, like I don't take any pleasure about people, like beating people up. But at that moment, I was angry. Like when we started the match, I was angry because I heard a lot of stuff about OTT before I came here, and I was in touch with this company a long time, and I was happy to finally find a date where we can make it happen. So I was excited. I was excited about the opportunity and about the match we had. And then those two guys are not taking it serious enough. And if it's the world champion of that famous company and he's not taking it serious, then that got me mad, because I take a lot of pride in what I do, and I take a lot of pride in professional wrestling, and I think there was one step too far.
Okay, well, speaking of taking things seriously, tonight we've just seen you dish out another beating to Maxer, a close friend of Jordan Devlin's. Was there an element of a message in that to Devlin as well? I mean, you put on a hell of a fight tonight.
It's like, definitely, like, it was also interesting because early in my career I trained in Japan with 0-1. And Tatsuhito Takaiwa was my mentor back then, and I also know that he was Max's mentor for the last years. So that was interesting, like going into that match. And yeah, but he's a good competitor. I respect it, and he didn't mess around. He was focused on what we do in the ring, and it was a competition. And I was the one who, like, ended up as the winner. And it definitely was a message towards Jordan, because I think like his time is, it's over. So.
Well, you say his time is over. You're going to have a chance to prove that, as we saw from the end of events this evening at the show. It's going to be you versus Jordan Devlin for the OTT title at WrestleRama. You're a man, like who I said, is making waves around the world, but the OTT belt is a highly prized commodity. Are you excited about a chance to take on for that title?
I'm very excited, yes. And that's what I want to do. In my opinion, I want to change this sport to a better state than it is right now. Like, I want to be a world champion who takes like pride and who takes serious in what he does. And if you're the world champion, there's a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, and you gotta take that serious. And there's enough of bullshitting around. There's enough of like dancing together in the ring and making jokes and having fun and having a banter. We're athletes. What we do, it's not like on the weekends with friends for fun. I do this for a living. And I do this for more than 10 years. And I take it very serious. And I think it's time to tell a lesson to Jordan Devlin. That's the time of the import killer is over.
Well, I'm sure Jordan Devlin will be watching into this. Have you any message for Mr. Devlin?
I think I'm not a man of many words. Said enough.
You're going to let you talk and happen in the ring.
There you go.
Walter, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.